So this is the 2024 Mazda CX-50, and my tester today is in the preferred trim. It makes 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. All of that goes out through a 2.5 naturally aspirated four-cylinder. The preferred trim gives you these black rims that I really enjoy. In photographs, they look very small, but actually out here in person, they look pretty good. We get our turn signals down here, LED, and we also get our LED lights up here as well. This trim gives you the blacked out grille there, which kind of looks like it's smiling, but it's not. It's a really cool design. All in all, I really like it. I don't have a sunroof on this tester, but you can option in a panoramic sunroof. I just don't have one on this tester. You get a power lift gate. Here's our back seat, or our cargo space rather, sorry. As always, I'm gonna go ahead and post at the very end what those figures are. You do get a 60-40 rear seat split as well. And on this model, we also get a cargo cover as well, which is kind of tucked back there. So I'll leave it tucked for right now. All right, let's check out the interior, but before we do, we also get our turn signals in the mirror here, which I just turned them off, so they aren't on right now, but that's where they would be located. We coming around to our door panel here, we don't have any memory seating or anything like that, but we do get power seating, which is great, and we also get a lumbar down there as well, so that's great. We have our leatherette up top, and then we have our cloth inserts there, which these seats are very comfortable, so I'm not too mad at that. Coming on the inside, gonna close the door. Coming on the inside, we do have our digital middle screen there, but our tack and our oil pressure and our fuel gauge are gonna be all analog, which is okay because prices of cars are just going up and up and up, and I personally believe that it's majority due to the tech. So the less tech a car has, the more affordable it's going to be, and this vehicle is pretty affordable in its own right. We do have our trip gauges over here. You just hit this button over here and it'll change in that small section over there. We do have automatic headlights, and we also have automatic wipers, which I thought on a vehicle in this price point you wouldn't get that, but you do in this vehicle, and I'm kind of digging it. So let's look at our steering wheel here. So over here is going to be all of our cruise and our driver's assistance technology, and then to our left over here is going to be all things audio and digital, and our volume as well, and also the information over here as well, which also controls the screen, and you can change some of the layouts here as well, so that's pretty cool. I'll toggle through that so you all can see it real quick. All right, so let's talk all things infotainment system. So this screen right here is currently it's in Apple CarPlay mode, and in that mode, this screen here turns into a touch screen. However, it's a very far reach, and so 9 times out of 10 you're not using it as a touchscreen. So thank God for the rotary knob, because that's probably what you are going to end up using. Now when you take it out of the actual CarPlay screen, it's not a touch screen, and you have to use the knob, which is fine. That's no big deal. We can put it back in CarPlay mode. Perfect. Okay, now down here we have all things climate control. So we do have our heated seats. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Okay. So we do have heated seats, and we also have dual climate control, which is really great. And we have no heated steering wheel or cooled seats. If you want those options, you've got to go all the way up to the highest trim. And even on the highest trim, I'm not sure that you get a heated or cooled seats rather. I'm not sure if cooled seats is something that is even offered on this vehicle. So now coming down to our center stack here. You can see already that I've kind of been getting fingerprints on here, so that's driving me a little bit crazy. But we do have our volume knob there as well. This knob here controls our screen up here. We have our parking brake, we have our auto hold, and then we have our drive mode selectors, which I'm going to talk about now because there's our sport mode, normal, and we have our off-road, which you're probably not really taking this vehicle off-road too much, honestly. You do get auto headlights, and you also get automatic rain sensing wipers, which on a vehicle in this price point, I was kind of shocked to see. The rest of the cabin is pretty nice. It's not awful. This here is soft touch. This is an interesting soft touch material. This is kind of hard to, yeah, that is certainly hard touch down there as well. But again, like I said previously, leatherette cloth, which makes for a very comfortable ride. Let's go ahead and check out the backseat space. I want to also talk about the center armrest here, which it is pretty deep. And from the looks of it, we've got not one, but 2 USB ports. I'm really digging the fact that Mazda has chosen to still give us USB instead of USB-C ports, because not everyone has made that transition yet. All right, we're checking out the back seat of the CX-50 Preferred. And getting in, I have some space back here. My feet are actually underneath the seat, and I would say it's pretty comfortable. So that's there. I could kind of go like this and have some more room as well. This seat is actually where it would be if I drove. And so I've got some room back here. It's not a boatload of room, but it's not as crunched as some of the other vehicles in its class. We also have some cup holders back here, our nice armrest, and you get 2 USB ports down here as well. And you don't get a pocket holder over here, or a pocket over here rather, but you do get a pocket over here. And I'm always curious, like, how much money does it really save you if you just put one pocket over there and then one over here too? I'm always curious about that. But again, back here, same soft touch, same hard touch, same interesting soft touch. And this is also going to be hard touch. But all in all, this really isn't a bad place to spend time. I would suggest that you get the panel roof, because it lets a lot of light back here, and right now it is a little bit dark. So here is the back seat of the XC50. All right, so here is our backup camera, and as you can see, it doesn't take up the full screen, but it was very crystal clear and it got the job done. All right, so we have the CX-50 out on the road, and right now we're in sport mode, and we're about to do a highway acceleration test and see how this goes. Come on, people, come on, we can do it. Would get out of the way would be very fun. it definitely has enough power to move out of its own way, for sure. It's not terribly fast. It's not terribly slow either. It's just enough. I think it's going to be just enough for people that are looking for something that is not super slow, but something that's not like super fast either. And for the majority of buyers, I think this is going to be easily enough power. I will say that road noise, I do hear the road a little bit more than I'd like to. It's not awful, but it's just more than I'd like to. It's not bad. It's not bad. Out of a 10, I'd probably rate the road noise and the road quality on the highway. Well, I'll do the quality first. Out here on the highway, it's very comfortable, I've got to say. So I would definitely give it a 7.5. 7.7 out of 10. It's very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. It could be better, yes, but it's not awful. Now, when it comes down to road noise, I would give it probably like a 6, because I can hear the road a little bit more than I'd like to, but it's very smooth, which is kind of surprising. So it's sort of loud, but it's very comfortable in here. Very comfortable. It's eating up bumps very well. Very well. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with this vehicle. We're gonna have to get over for our exit, so let's do another acceleration. The noise you heard was the blind spot monitor, but I had enough room, so I took it. Yeah. But if you want more power, you can always opt in for that turbo. It's going to give you around 250-ish horsepower if you desire more. All right, so I want to talk about this vehicle in general, because this is a vehicle that I really enjoyed that I thought I wasn't going to enjoy. The whole time I've been driving this vehicle and filming it, I've been thinking about its direct competitor, which in my personal opinion is going to be the Ford Bronco Sport. And whether or not I would go Bronco Sport or would I go CX-50. And so in my mind, I think I would probably go CX-50, but it just all depends on the price. Now, this vehicle is $31,000 and some change, but with the destination charges and all those things like that, it's going to bring it up to around $34,000, which in my opinion is a little expensive, especially because we're missing things like a panoramic sunroof, which I think is super important, especially at $34,000. But you do get things that I really enjoy, and this car is fun to drive. I've really had a fun time driving it, and although it's only got 187 horsepower on paper, it still moves out of its own way, like I've said previously, and this is a fun little vehicle. Now, I'm going to talk about the things that I enjoy, of course, and then secondly, I'm going to talk about the things that I did not enjoy. So first up are the things that I enjoy. First is this car's driving dynamics experience. It has been fun to drive this vehicle, and I think that's something that I'm learning to appreciate about Mazda, is that they make a fun vehicle. And so that is the first thing that I enjoy. Also, the second thing I enjoy, which is kind of odd, but I enjoy how easy to navigate this vehicle is. Getting in, there's no digital display. Well, there is one here, but it's not a full set. I've got driver's technology, but I don't have the full suite. Like, there are things that make me want to option up for the higher trim, but I'm also okay with where I'm at right now. Something else I enjoy are the seats. They're very comfortable. This leatherette cloth kind of combo really works for me, so that's also a perk. Heated seats, of course, are going to be a perk for me, and the space that you get in the trunk is also going to be a perk for me. Also, exterior design is something that I find to be a strong suit for this vehicle. It looks very well. Now let's go into some of the things that I'm not the biggest fan of. The sound system If you've been following this channel and me, then you know that I'm a huge audiophile. I love sound systems. And this vehicle, the sound system is not all that great. So I would definitely have to move on up to get that Bose system, because this one is not cutting it for me. Second thing I'm also kind of bummed by, no panoramic sunroof, like I've stated, or just roof in general. I think it's super important, especially with the dark exterior on top of the dark interior. I kind of want this roof here so that I can gather some more light and get more light. I want more light. Another thing that I'm not the biggest fan of, the fact that there's no heated steering wheel. I really would want that, because when I think about the Bronco Sport, I can option in a package that would give me that heated steering wheel. So that's something that I've kind of been thinking about as well. Outside of that, there's not much that I'm not a big fan of. This vehicle is pretty well built, and if you are looking for a compact SUV, you should definitely put this vehicle, the Mazda CX-50, on your list. And I cannot let this video end without giving my guy Don from Germain Mazda West the biggest shout out for making this video possible. I'll be sure to list his information and also their link to their new vehicles in this description down below. So if you are in the Columbus, Ohio area, please come over to Germain Mazda West and ask for Don or any guy on the team there, but Don first, and they will hook you up with a CX-5, CX-50, CX-30, CX-70, CX-90, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video as this Genesis just drove by. I'm going to end this video. You all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.